question, Sean. I saw a movie called The Five Heartbeats one time. Okay. And they said that, you'll be a great writer when you done been through hell and back. Mm-hmm. Have you been through hell and back, and did that make you a great writer, sir?
I think being a student made me a great writer.
Okay.
Meaning, like, having this great conversation with Aaron, who is wonderfully smart.
Yeah.
Right? But, us having the back and forth challenge of communicating is teaching us how to communicate, number one.
Damn right.
And number two, how to understand each other's perspective, right? Mm-hmm. Because, my perspective and how I grew up and her perspective, how she grew up, could be completely different, right? But for us to get to a place of common goal, right? And for us to even get to a place of saying, okay, we can do this together, right? I think when you lead with money, it's not the same. It's just not. That's why I was trying to draw the line of like two adults, right? Because if you go in like this, it's gonna always be like that. And at some point, there's no reason or there's no way that unless we went to school together and came up together like we've been kids together. When you meeting a person, you meeting their representative. You know what I'm saying? You're not really meeting who they really are. And like you said, through time, that's when you learn a person. It's like, man, people. That's why some people always talking to us. We've been together 4 years and 5. It's like, bruh, it took me 4 years to even see this.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you bringing up that age, that time, man, I had no idea, right? And so you go in, I think for me, because when I was talking, I wasn't talking necessarily for me, I was just kind of speaking general. Yeah. But for me, I like to meet a person here.
Yeah.
Together, right? Because I feel like eventually the goal is how we going to end up. What's the goal?
Yeah.
And then, people have this idea like, well, when we going to get married? When we going to move in together? Bruh, when we could just see eye to eye, and I don't have to worry about going to work and having you complaining about me being at work, or you don't have to, or me seeing that you can understand that, baby, if I lose my job, we still good,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like that's important for a man, as you know, B. It's like we deal with we struggle with so much of pain. Just trying to be a provider. Now, provider ain't necessarily... See, I don't want to be a person that I think it's crazy for a person to just tell somebody, hey, I'm going to pay all your bills. What? You know how crazy that is? That man telling you a whole damn lie. You know why? Because one, ain't nobody, and I mean nobody. You can go to Africa right now. Hey, shout out to all my African brothers. But I know some of my African brothers that has told women, hey, I take you and I do everything for you.
They sure
everything.
do them. Shout out y'all, but they do. Them be the main ones.
And guess what be happening? And guess what be happening?
Yep.
You be a live slave.
A real
You be a
slave.
straight live slave.
He ain't lying. He ain't.
You was a 100%. You signed yourself up to be a live slave. They will have you out there with that cattle, and you be running around in the farm.
See that?
That's the whole truth right there, because that's what you got to watch out for.
Ain't no watching out. What we keep talking about? Ain't no watching out.
There are
That's the
certain
cap.
people.
When them girls be talking on it, I mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
When them girls be talking that, they need to talk that. You know what I'm saying? You got to get that with that. See,
but they want to hear it, because you know what? And this is just in general, but I do have friends, of course, growing up still today. They have in their mind that they want this certain type of relationship or certain type of person. So you could still tell them that they like, okay, until they see that now they're working for every single penny that they married or they got in that relationship.
You definitely.
For.
Oh yeah,
so,
you finna earn all of that.
Yeah.
Okay, Sean, I got a few questions for you because there are fans out here that wants to know what it's like to be Sean Garrett.
Yeah.
How does it feel to write a hit for Beyonce and then the song go around the globe 15 times in a row? And I'm gonna start with that, sir. And how does that even happen?
You know what, bro? It's putting one step at a time, competing at the highest level, trying to do the best you could possibly be to break through. So before I got a chance to meet Beyonce, it was a record right? And was performing alarming, like out of control. And then that same week I did Goodies. You know what I'm saying? So and it was the type of things that I was doing. It was I wasn't just writing songs. I knew that I couldn't. Shout out to Brian Michael Cox too.
Yes, sir.
He came before me when we were speaking. And shout out to Jonte Austin.
Yeah.
You know,
you going old school.
A lot of those guys I came after, right? So shout out to Missy Elliott and Timberland and all those, and Static Major. You know what I mean? All of those people. These are people that I admired, right? And these are people that I sort of like looked at and said, "Dag, man, one day I want to be as great as those people, right?
Yeah.
Whether they were in the light or weren't in the light." But I also realized I had to define myself, and in order for me to compete at a high level, I had to bring something else to the table besides what they had already brought to the table. So it was a combination of realizing what I wanted to do as a goal and how I wanted to accomplish that goal and how high I wanted to go, right? And so it's the same thing that sets Beyonce apart from all of the other female artists in the world. Is the same thing that is the same mentality that I took to separate myself as one of the greatest songwriter producers of my generation. The fact that people don't even know all the songs, that's when I know it's like, oh, they just don't know.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm not gonna dim my light and be like, like shit, when people ask me, well, Sean, why don't they know? It's like, I just never played that game. I like the discovery moment. I like when somebody say, oh, damn, I didn't know you did Ask No Questions.
Come on.
Oh, damn, I didn't know you did No More Crying. Damn, I didn't know you did London Bridge. Damn, I didn't know you did Enrique Iglesias de Milo. Damn, you speak Spanish? But it's amazing. It's how you look at life. You know what I'm saying? It's like I feel like I'm an intriguing lover, right? I'm designed for a certain type of woman. I'm not designed for every kind of woman. That's not me. Because I will take my time and love somebody that I really love. But that comes back from the girl that loves me. Like it's like if a woman makes me feel a certain type of way and she respects me, I would rather a woman respect me than love me. To be very honest, right? Because the love will come, but respect, as long as respect is there first, we will have a great understanding. So I took the same approach. I take the same approach playing sports. Took the same approach to doing music. Same thing, relationships. It's the same thing. I don't do anything different. I'm not getting ready to cheat on someone that I'm with. If I'm in a relationship, I'm not cheating.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if I ain't in a relationship, be mindful.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Be mindful of what you say. I'm serious. But I'm going to respect the code as long as the code's there.
Yeah.
People want you to take responsibility for things that they are not responsible for. Some people out here want you to take care of them, and they don't even take care of themselves.
Yeah.